Can you believe we made it to blog number 30? Razer Orca headset. Great for listening to the blog. Has anyone got any Kings and Castles stuff they're working on in here? I think we figured out where they are. Yeah, I'm going to be 44 on the 4th. I'm here with Jawad, who's a brand new addition to the team. He's actually part of our internship program. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You're working on the tools so that we can release them to the community.
Yeah, we're using the tools internally right now, and the problem is that we need to develop a polished tool set to make sure that we can release it to the community with the launch assets of the game. And we're trying to work on that right now.
Okay, so what we'll probably do is probably ship the game and then release the tools separately on the website. Yeah. Which is terrific. So that's awesome. Thank you very much for joining us on the video blog and helping us out here at Gaspard Games. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. Great to have you on the team. All right, thanks, man. All right. Brian, how you doing? Get a picture of us. You sit really close to the Dream Crusher. How does that feel?
It is crushing.
I've never known a man to drink as much coffee as you.
I don't drink that much coffee. I've only had about 8 today. You have to listen to me while we can actually understand what I'm saying, because I talk on the piss.
Oh, good.
It might be perfect coffee.
I love it. So you're probably working on some top secret stuff. Can we talk about anything?
It's top secret.
Try the veal. Geltham, when are you going to finish off the Lafroig?
Well, it's my scotch, so probably by the end of the project.
We haven't bugged you in a while, I don't think, have we? I'm here today with Julie Brockett. Hi, Julie.
We are trying to get walls that will fit together in a sort of 4x4 cost field, essentially, is what we're saying, so that when melee guys attack the wall, they will actually look like they're hitting the wall. But we also need it to fit together with these towers we're creating, so it's a little bit of a quandary.
What's happened over this last 7-8 months is that we started gray boxing all this stuff, sort of get the mechanics right, and then we went back and we adjusted the terrain so that the terrain was built on a geometric grid such that, you know, if you built a bridge, it would fit across the chasm the right way. If you built walls, the walls would marry right to the edge of the opening, so it didn't look like units could walk around the outside.
During our play test, which we do all the time, is that guys were getting stuck in between the walls, and so that's the next problem that we had to tackle. So how do we make walls where people will not get stuck or find little cheater ways to sort of wall someone in, and so we're trying to work around that.
Are you trying to keep a straight face right now talking to me? See, right now Brian is talking to Holt about something really important, and we can just sort of peek in on them and see what they're saying.
Can we shrub right in the middle of the play surface?
We have to, yeah. I think I did. Yeah. Let's look at the little mid islands up here. There's 2 up there. Zoom in a little, please. Yeah, it's almost hard to believe that it was made with nodes. That's great.
That's really cool because they don't know the camera's on them.
Making a dragon.
Can I draw on that? Oh, there you go. Thank you. And it has to have hair. Everybody knows. Oh, and wings. I think it's better if it's red. Nobody really understands my vision unless I put ground.
Oh, now put some draw some little stick figures to get scale.
Oh shit! What did I just do? Yeah. It's a G4 interview with Chris Taylor. Could be cool.
I saw you doing a panel. They both have their advantages. With an instant purchase, you got an instant purchase, and it's very satisfying because you get it right away.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait. But as a downside, you don't have to make as much strategic choice.
Right. Right.
I think the strategic choice of having to predict what you want in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes to get something, and the choice of do I spend those resources on buying more guys, or can I have less guys for a period of time, but then in those 5 minutes have even stronger guys. So it's an interesting choice that you kind of force on the player.
Holy cow! Because I wasn't listening to most of what you said either, so it's kind of weird how that all works still. It still works.
It's okay, I don't listen to what you say either.
Oh. I was kidding.
Boom, headshot.
Rocks. Now I just gotta plug it in.
It's my scotch.
And we're low on nuts.
Hi, Wilhelm.
Video blog number 31.
It's full of stars. Look, we do a lot of introductions around here, and of course, you know, we've got over 40 people in the company. So let me introduce you to Bart Kianka. Bartosz Kianka. Did I say that right?
Close.
We're gonna go check out the new coffee machine. This, my friends, is the new coffee machine. You take a cup, you put it down. Uh-oh. So when I go over here, I can't decide. And then you hit the green button. Oh, heavenly coffee machine. Here it comes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go, making video blog. Justin, what do you want to talk about on the blog?
We're talking about the love letter today.
Abandoned ship.
Okay, so you're working on the tools, and this is really important because we're going to release tools on Kings and Castles to the community, specifically the mod community. And so you're working on, you were saying performance?
Right now, rendering's kind of slow, it might run kind of choppy, but we want to increase performance as much as possible, especially if we're working on a community level editor, which we are. See, this is the current editor. You can see we have a lot of objects on screen. It's kind of choppy. And then here's our kind of first optimization pass.
Oh my!
Quite a bit snappier. So
you've got these set up here as a really beautiful demonstration. That is cool. Folks will write in and they'll say, you know, your graphics look like they're from 1998. This is the whole point of the blog, is to show folks that games are made like layer at a time.
Small lunch?
It's his lunch. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake.
How's it going?
I was by earlier and you were saying that you were doing a mock-up of something, and you're kind of doing a first layout of one of the trees.
This tech tree will allow you to unlock new units, spells, passive abilities, and boosts like damage increases and stuff like that.
Now you're working off of the tech tree down here?
Yeah, we have the documents here.
This is like a first pass, but it's actually pretty nice for just a quick pre-production mock-up. So I'm actually kind of impressed.
Yeah, we can play test with this and change it as we see fit.
Are you a Magnum PI fan?
Yes.
Eric Williamson, today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Welcome.
We were talking earlier and you said one thing we hadn't talked about yet on the blog.
Yeah, we have items in Kings and Castles. They are dropped from enemy creeps, and they basically give you increases to your stats or other cool functionality. So some of the example items that we have here so far, I'll just pick a few in the middle of the list here. We have Siege Master's Cloak. Is an item that the king would wear, and it would increase any damage that's done by a siege weapon like a artillery or a trebuchet. That's a great first sort of introduction of the fact that we do have an item system and therefore an inventory system, and it makes the game a lot more deep and involved. And one of the things that we haven't quite decided yet is whether or not we're going to have a store, whether or not you should be able to buy items, or if all of the items just come from creeps and that's it. It kind of limits the number of items that you can get, and it makes, when you do get an item from an enemy, it makes it that much more important. I see you're going gray. Is that video game development? Yeah.
Today is a great day.
All right, so hey, I'm introducing Misty Lorene. She's one of our animators who's also on our intern program. And how's it going?
Good. It's going good.
classes.
Very cool. So you have one here in a gray box format. It's untextured, but you don't need it textured to do animation, right?
Correct.
Can you show us a little bit about...
Sure. This one I'm working on the attack melee, and you can see the different views as far as what we would actually normally see on screen down at the bottom.
And you've got these markers and things here in the scene?
These are the rigs, those pieces of the rig. This is what you would normally use to... Let me turn auto key off. If I was to grab this and move it around.
Oh, nice.
That's what you use to actually move the character.
You take a static mesh, you put a rig on it, if I'm right.
Correct.
And then you weight it. You weight the mesh to the rig.
Correct, so that the elbow bends like an elbow.
An elbow bends like an elbow, right. And it doesn't look like you're bending cardboard. Very cool. Okay, well, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
And we'll see you again.
All right.
Okay, cool. Now, switching over here ever so gently and gingerly over to Aaron.
This is our caster.
Caster.
And as you can see, he's got a bunch of books flying around him. And what we wanted for his death was for him to catch on fire and then kind of his books to explode. He'll probably do some damage around him.
And the caster himself is not textured.
He's
just
not textured. He's
just a gray box with some kind of a weird texture thrown on him, just for something.
So we got in some basic attack for him. He's fire-based, obviously. He's also doing a debuff. So we're getting basic feedback in. So when we're doing play tests, we can really understand what's going on, and we can use that information to tweak and make things better.
It's full of stars. How's the Dream Crusher today?
Damn good.
It's my scotch.
Ninjas on the lawn.
Oh yeah. And we're low on nuts.
Video blog number 32. Like as in 32K. Or 32 megs. Or 32 gigs. But not. Line 10. Print. Hello world. That's what I did 30 years ago. This was the first computer I ever had. It was a 16K TRS-80 Model 1. The original label still hanging on. 16K Level 2, barely hanging on. I'm probably talking too loud, but look at that. I mean, coding assembly language on this thing was just like, it was insane. All right, let's go talk to some folks. Let's talk to Michael, please. Turn the lights on and ever so gently stick the camera into your face. Well, guess what? We're back.
So one of the things, obviously formations in this game, units will automatically go into formation when they move. One of the controls that we wanted to give was a way to set the orientation of the formation. So now when I issue a command, before actually finalizing the command, I can say that I want them to face a different direction. So when they travel to their destination, they will then face that direction.
You know, this is something actually we had in Dungeon Siege, believe it or not, where you could give an order to your group and then you could have them face a certain direction so that they could kind of meet the opponent or the enemy from a certain direction. So it's great we're getting this in the game. That's very, very cool.
And some of this is for the designers as well, because we're still in a stage where anything can change, depending on if something's more fun or not fun. So giving them the tools to test if something's fun or not, that's mainly the goal right now.
Thanks very much for that, and we'll see you next time. Where's Elijah? Oh, what you working on?
This is a concept for the Viking King.
Oh boy, you said Viking King.
I did. Should I not say that?
We had actual feedback on the Cracked Out mailbag and comments on our forum, people saying they wanted to see Vikings, not specifically a Viking. So for now, suffice to say, Viking King-like.
Yes.
Ever heard of a place called Wajamaya?
Yes.
Really? You've got some cool stuff.
Kind of.
Hey Ryan, have we had you in a video blog before?
Nope.
Well, I think it's about darn time we did. What are you working on?
I am trying to figure out what the archer volley is going to look like for
Gadgeteers.
Oh, the Gadgeteers.
Yeah.
What you're doing here is actually doing your concept work using Macs, whereas Sung likes to do his concept work on the
Photoshop.
On the tablet using Photoshop. Yeah, and others somewhere in the world today, someone's doing their concept on a sheet of paper.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
Oh, you got that going on here. Introducing Bart, take 2. So I apologize, Bart, because last time we were in here, the tape broke. While introducing you, you are our vice president of production and a co-founder of Gas Powered Games. You were an engineer on Total Annihilation, and so you and I have been working together for, shoot, 13, 14 years?
Long time.
And there's your phone. Cracked out mailbag. Let's cut to the chase. We have an email here from a gentleman who wants to know why we have so many beer bottles at our desk. Every time we ship a game, the guys on the team make a special bottle of beer. This is the one from Demigod featuring the Rook, and this one's called the Hammer Slam Ale. The gentleman here is loving the video blogs and liking the item and unlockable spell element here. But we also did get some criticisms and some feedback against the item system. We take that into that feedback to heart and are making sure that the item system is something that does not turn the game into a micromanagement game, so that there's still you're still managing big armies and things like that. So, but like anything in pre-production, if we go to play with these systems and they're not any fun, we change them. This question is really all about, will they be able to exclude the item system from certain kinds of multiplayer matches and things like that? In fact, I had an idea to have a mode we call hardcore mode. Some folks were saying they don't like it the way the footmen, go up and attack solid brick walls. What if there was a mode where you turned it on and they wouldn't do that? I think that we can get away with a certain number of, here's a hardcore mode, here's a multiplayer ranked game mode, but we got to be careful. You don't want to end up with a screen like a 747 dashboard full of all these different switches and modes. So that's another exciting episode of Cracked Out Mailbag. Is it time for salad? So they're in here talking about some complicated programming stuff. Let's just sneak in and listen in.
If a whole bunch of things change, let's say 1,000 guys are all adding costs all throughout the map, and it causes 1,000 tiles to be dirty. The solution is fully dynamic now, and I just feel like, man, this is so awesome. I don't know if anybody else is doing this. Yeah.
Are you making all this up because we're in here secretly videotaping, or is this real?
This is all real.
This is all real?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's pretty awesome.
Is it time for salad? I have my salad here.
It's my lunch.
And we're low on nuts.